Sports Card ASMR. We are going to open up these two packs of cards and then pit them against each other in an epic sports card price guide battle. Welcome to another edition of Sports Card ASMR. I am the Sports Card Doctor, and this is a channel that combines sports card nostalgia and ASMR relaxation. And we'd love for you to stick around by subscribing to this channel, hitting the notification bell, leaving a like or a comment, or hyping this video up, or telling your friends about us. Or, as always, you can leave a super thanks to help support the show in an operational manner. But we're just happy you're here. Now, if you watched the last video we put on, maybe I'll link to it, or maybe you just go watch it after this one. And our longtime friend and listener, Narcolepsy27, sent us a wonderful mystery box of cards. We opened that up, but also he sent us these two packs of cards, 1991 Flair and 1991 Upper Deck. So I thought, in honor of this great package, let's do a little price guide battle. Does that sound like a good idea? Shooting this during the holidays, so I'm slightly rushed. Let's get right to it. We're going back to a Beckett from August of 1992. We have used this one before here, but let's go ahead and see what's in this Beckett again. Blackjack McDowell in the back here. So we are definitely in the early 90s. I think McGuire's even got his mullet. He's a little short hair there, but in that cover photo, I do think it's mullet. Yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, that's a powerful mullet. Weather report for August of 1992. We always love stopping and checking these out here. Pop goes the Padres. Let's see what that means. Hot, Frank Thomas, Mark McGuire, Ken Griffey Jr., Cal Ripken Jr., Nolan Ryan, Phil Plantier, number 6, holy moly, Steve Avery, Dave Justice, Brian Taylor, The Tragic Tale of at number 9, Jeff Bagwell, all of 1992 Flair Ultra. Roger Clemens, Prime Time, Deion Sanders, Kirby Puckett, Robin Ventura, Will, Nuschler Clark, Roberto Alomar, Ivan Punch Rodriguez, Barry Bonds, the late Ryan Sandberg, Chuck, I can't throw any more Knobloch, too soon, sorry, Mike Mussina, Reggie Sanders, Jose, not Ozzie Canseco, all of the 1992 Flair Rookie Sensation Series, Darryl Strawberry, Cecil Fielder, Tony Gwynn, the aforementioned Black Jack McDowell, Ron Gant, rounding out the hot list. Let's look at the cold list. Jose Canseco, well, that's almost not fair. Bo Jackson, Pete Rose, holding steady, Kevin Moss, Don Mattingly, Ricky Anderson, Oral Hershiser, Jerome Walton, all of Sportflix, and David Justice. Now, we often get these questions on why could someone be on the hot and cold list. Beckett does provide a little bit of insight here. Reader input determines rankings. The rankings are good indicators of players' popularity and, to a lesser extent, card values. The hottest and coldest players are ranked number 1. Last month's standings are in parentheses, and R means not ranked. We know that. Okay. There you go. Did you attend the card show in Atlanta, Georgia, on July 10th through the 12th? In 1992, the 13th National Sports Collectors Convention at GA World Congress Circle. Did you attend it? Did you get a table? There's a display at this issue here. It's amazing. It was a big, big event. Did you go? July 10th or 12th, 1992. Let us know in the comments down below. We will require proof. So many card conventions. What a golden age. Speaking of golden ages, here's a very svelte Barry Bonds. Well, here's a timeless question that John Peroto asked. Is Barry Bonds an MVP winner capable of being the best all-around player in the game, or a Major League Baseball headache or a Major League headache whose public image overshadows his great talent? Evergreen question. Evergreen question. It's Roberto Clemente art. So there we go. All right. That's the price guide. Now let's get to these packs. We got 91 Fleer, shield your eyes when we open those ones, and 1991 Upper Deck. Let's see what's inside the Upper Deck here. See what's inside. With 1991 Upper Deck, I guess we'll be looking for a Frank Thomas, Ken Griffey Jr., Jeff Bagwell. Too early for a chipper. But some of the Braves pitchers might be on our wanted list here. Okay. All right. First up, we got a nice little sticker. And then, sorry, got the card split causing us some problems here. All right. Just bear with me. All right. First up, as always, we're looking for about 5 or 6 cards to price. We got Pittsburgh Pirate, Wally Backman. We got Sean Dunston there. We always love pulling a Sean Dunston. We got Toronto Blue Jay, middle relief pitcher trying to start, David Wells. We got Julio Valera. We have got Narcisco Elvira prospect card there. Look, it's hard to tell on camera. That almost looks like painted. We got Andres Santana, shortstop. Oh, we got a slur extraordinaire, Ruben Sierra. Luis Soho, a Yankee favorite eventually there. Brian Harper, great. If you're still playing Immaculate Grid on Baseball Reference, Brian Harper could be about 92% of your answers. Mike Boddicker, Benito Santiago, Rudy Cienez, Dan Plesac, Tom Edens, and Mark Gardner. Well, not a great pack for 1991 Upper Deck here, but we have said that before, some teams have, some packs have come out victorious. All right, so we're looking for about 5 or 6 cards here. Mark Gardner, believe it or not, possible. Tom Means, not so much. Plezak, great closer for a time, but not so much. Who knows? Leo Valera, Mets. David Wells is going to be a common now, but he maybe by 92 there's a little value. Sean Dunston's a common, but we're a fan. So my question is do some of these prospects carry any weight? Like Mark Gardner, not a prospect at this point, but in 1992 you might think he had some value, but I'm going to tell you what, look at that mustache. I don't think that's worth anything. Dunston's going to be a common. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm pretty sure Sean Dunston, despite being one of the more popular players during this era, is going to be a common. I'm going to roll the dice here. And these young up-and-coming players from 1991 Upper Deck, we're looking at mid-1992 prices. These might carry some weight. I'm going to do 3 prospects and 3 veteran players. Okay, that's what we're going with. We're locking it in. The rest, just to be sure. Yep, I stand by that. All right, let's do this. 1991 Fleer Baseball logo and stickers and all the yellow in the world inside here. Let's do this. Sticker. Tell you what, let's go ahead and unstick these for some ASMR relaxation. There we go. All right, shield your eyes, kids. We got yellow, the 91 Fleer yellow. Controversial. At the time, I thought they were pretty cool. Looking back now, it's a bit much. Let's dive in. Carmen Castillo. Well, there we go. Barry Bonds. Now we can answer the question for ourselves. MVP or troublemaker. Chris Gwynn. Dave Steve. Steve Bye-Bye Balboni. Herm Winningham. Clay Parker. One of my favorite players, Mike Fitzgerald. We all have like our favorite players. Gary Carter, Don Mattingly for me. And then we have our like weird, you're hyper-focused and obsessed with someone for no reason. And for me, it was Mike Fitzgerald. Traded for Gary Carter. And that's kind of how I followed his career. And good player. Many years with the Expos. A couple with the Angels. Ooh, an early Tina Martinez. Jamie Quirk, another great answer on BaseballReference.com's Immaculate Grid. Randy Reddy looking ready. Mike Sims. We thought Mike Sims was going to be what Jeff Bagwell became. Paul Ferries. And the late Pascual Perez. Quite a character. Tragic end. But for a while, we Yankee fans believed. But this is following the 1990 season where he signed with us and promptly blew out his arm. All right, looking for 5 or 6 here. And Fleer, Flair's looking good. Definitely gonna price that one. We do love Dave Steve. Take a flyer on Tino. Take a flyer on Sims. Believe it or not, fairies might be the best choice here. The rest are journeymen. Yeah, I don't know about any of this here. Chris Gwynn, maybe, but by now, if this was 1988, 8 or 9, I think I'd price Gwynn there, but not so much. All right. Okay. We're going to push through. I apologize. Some of you might hear a low line buzz. It's my neighbor working on his car again. One of these days I'm going to yell at him very loudly. All right, Mike Sims, Paul Ferries. I'm not expecting much, but they have prospect value here. So we've got 5 cards versus 6. But you know what? I'm going to make that controversial decision. I'm going to stick with it because I think that Barry Bonds might be what makes the big difference there. So let us go ahead and flip on back. There's our 91 Flair. And here's our 1991 Upper Deck. And as always, I keep track of the proceedings. See who could win. All right. Kind of straight. Calculator's ready. All right, here we go. Let's do it. I'm taking a big flyer on some prospects here. I'm trying not to predict because I have, got to tell you, I have paid the price of thinking I knew how the matches were going to go. So let's take a flyer on Narcisco Elvira. Again, we're looking at 1992 prices, which means he might be worth more than you think. A prospect for the Brewers just got up there. Pitcher. Card number 13 in the set. And there he is. He is listed. He is listed at 12 cents. 12 cents. Narciso. I keep saying Narcisco. Narciso. 12 cents. First card in. All right, then we got prospect here. Andres Santana with San Francisco here. And number 87 in the set. See, there we go. Andres. 20 cents. 20 cents. Andres. Okay, we're off and running here. All right, Julio Valera. For a while, he was considered part of the future in Shea Stadium, Flushing Meadows there. 534. There he is. 30 cents. 30 cents. Okay. Now, get to some established players here, but David Wells was not the David Wells we knew yet, but sorry, for a second I thought it was the same number. It was weird. 583, okay. Sure enough, he is a common player. 5 cents. former National League Rookie of the Year. I think he's got some juice, and I think was on the juice, but he's got some juice here in this price guide, maybe. It's a great shot on the back there. 467. Not to be. Not listed. Benito Santiago is a common. Known for throwing out runners from his knees, big arm, big bat, and I mean in his pants, according to rumors. And his star faded, but then magically, Benito, you go to the Marlins when they came into baseball, and suddenly got really good again, just with a lot of proper training. All right, final card here for Upper Deck, and it is Slugger Extraordinaire, Ruben Sierra, 455 for Ruben Sierra. What do we got here? He is listed, a little surprised, 25 cents for Ruben Sierra. Okay, let's add up Donruss, and I already know I made a mistake. Excuse me, Donruss, Upper Deck. I know I made a mistake. All right, 12 cents. $0.97. But here's the thing. I can already tell I made a mistake. I did not choose it, so it's not official. Mark Gardner. Card number 663. Wait, that's weird. Hold on here. Oh, no. Oh, never mind. This is Mark Gardner. That's a common. I saw it in the corner of my eye. Mike Gardiner. 25 cents. So no, did not make a mistake. And Sean Dunston, as expected, was a common. Okay. Okay. I have messed up some battles before, but we're good. We're looking good here. 97 cents there. All right, so the only thing I'll say, I only have 5 cards. I'm going to choose one more. I think that's, I'm going to change that up a little bit. And it might be, no, Clay Parker. Might be Pasquale or Chris Quinn. Tell you what, we're going to pay respects to Pasquale Perez. I just don't want to. I'm getting too cute with these, and I think Flair would have a righteous complaint if they were short a card. All right, here we go. 91 Flair. The commons are 5 cents, so we're equal in that regard. All right, first up, added him late to the game. Pasquale Perez got lost going to Atlanta Fulton County Stadium when he was the pitcher for the Braves. 675. All right, and he has a common, but that's fine. That's fair. Okay. 97 cents the price to be. Next up, Mike Simmons, Houston Astro first base prospect. Seriously, not even joking. They looked at him for a while when he was coming up in the late 80s, and what Mike Bagwell became, we thought Mike Sims would be. So 516 here. He is listed, and he's listed for 10 cents. 10 cents. All right. The Padres, by this point, had traded Roberto Alomar, and I think Paul Ferris might have been one of the reasons. Middle infield prospect, had some juice here in this time period. Let's see if he registers. 528, 528. He is there. He's listed. 8 cents, but he is listed. All right. in value, I don't think, until 1996, maybe 95, but here is a Tino Martinez rookie card here. 458 up and comer for the Mariners. And there he is. 12 cents. 12 cents. Alright, now we got one of my favorite pitchers of the late 80s into the 90s. Dave Steve. We're definitely adding this to our collection. Is there value, though? These veterans are starting to become overlooked. And sure enough, Dave Steve is a common. Tragic. For me, Steve he's to me slightly above Hall of Good. Not quite maybe Hall of Fame, I get, but he was a great pitcher during this time. Alright. Speaking of not Hall of Fame, we've got Barry Bonds. Here's the thing, I don't like 91 Flair as much as I did when it was 1991. The yellow is a bit much, but I think it works for this Barry Bonds card. I think it all just sets it up nicely there. So, let's look at Barry Bonds. We need him to do well. We need him to do well. Card number 33 in the set. 17 cents. Oh no. Man, that is kind of interesting. Barry Bonds did not come up big. So let's see what we got. I mean, it's not even close. Kind of knew that. All right. Wow. Not even close. 57 cents. That is it. That is the victory. Big victory for Upper Deck. 97 cents. It's all about those prospects, kids. Over 91 Flair. Thanks again to Narcolepsy for sending me these packs. If you want to send me something, they're listed down below. Alright, that's it. We'll see you next time here on Sports Card ASMR.